Shadow Energy Secretary Andrew Bowie has faced a scathing grilling by GB News host Stephen Dixon, following claims that Whitehall officials attempted to block journalists from reporting on grooming gangs when in government. Speaking to the People's Channel, Bowie argued that there was cover-up to the highest level in towns and cities controlled by Labour. Pressed by Stephen on the claims made by Lord Michael Gove, that Department of Education officials attempted to block journalists from reporting on Rotherham grooming gang abuse in 2011, Bowie told GB News viewers this is the first he had heard of the accusation. He stated, "I can't comment on something I'm just learning about for the very first time, but what is quite clear is that this national inquiry, which Kemi Badenoch as leader of the opposition, has been calling for some time now is long overdue. There has been quite clear evidence of cover-up in communities up and down this country, and that's dreadful for pernicious reasons, and people who are going to be found guilty of these most heinous crimes should feel the full force of the law. That's only right and proper." Noting the many victims and survivors impacted by the grooming gangs, Bowie added, "We owe it to the victims of these crimes to do what we can to ensure those people who are guilty face the consequences." Pressed by host Ellie Costello on the failure of the Conservatives to hold a national inquiry, she told Bowie, "Is it wrong for your party to paint yourself as victors here with this national inquiry that you've been calling for, when you didn't do so for the 14 years that you were in power?" Bowie disagreed, responding, "Let me be absolutely clear, Terry's no victors in this, there are only victims and those who are accused of carrying out some of these crimes. Nobody is doing a victory lap over the decision that was taken this week. We said it was belated, we've been calling for it for some time, and we want this national inquiry to get up and running so that the victims of these crimes can get justice." Quizzing Bowie on the issue of grooming gangs appearing to be used as a political football, Stephen grilled Bowie on how the parties will continue the process of a national inquiry without making it political. Bowie told GB News, "Of course we need to seek to take the politics out of this, but the evidence that we've seen thus far is that in towns and cities controlled by Labour politicians, there has been evidence of cover-up to the highest level, and that is why this national inquiry is so important. If there is a link between party politics, communities, the people who have committed these crimes or have been accused of committing these crimes, then I think that needs to be exposed."